A season-long journey follows a path to greatness. A destination. A dream. A quest for excellence. It's your time. A time to compete for a place in Nebraska sports history. Great moments are earned here. Play like a champion. Welcome to the NSAA Boys State Basketball Championships on NET.
NET Sports, Nebraska's home for championship sports, is live from the Bogdanati Sports Center in Lincoln, Nebraska for the 2012 NSAA Boys Basketball Tournament. And we kick things off this morning in Class C1, the championship showdown between the Boys Town Cowboys and the Wahoo Warriors. And hello again, everybody. Great to have you back for another day long of champions being crowned right here on NET. Along with Andy Markowski, I'm Larry Putney. Matt Schick will be joining us momentarily. Glad you could join us. Hope you're able to stay with us throughout the day as we will crown 6 state champs today. We begin this morning in Class C1, Boys Town and Wahoo. Boy, do the Cowboys have some talent, and they've played a tough schedule.
They have played a very tough schedule. They've averaged 77 points a game, which is the most in the state. They do that with tremendous balance. They have 5 players averaging around 10 points. They're going to pressure you on defense. They're going to pressure you on offense, and Wahoo is going to have their hands full defending on both ends.
Wahoo, a name very familiar to fans across the state. They were here in the 90s almost every year, but they haven't been here since 1998.
Yeah, there was a stretch in the 90s where you just penciled them into the state finals, so it's good to have them back. They've played very good in the second half. Both games they've had to really battle and come back from some deficits. They're a second half team led by Max Cook, a senior guard. They're very perimeter oriented. That guard play is going to have to play really well to handle Boys Town's pressure.
Should be a good one. It is the Wahoo Warriors and the Boys Town Cowboys kicking it off in Class C1 this morning. First game of the day on the way.
Get involved in high school activities. For championship ticket information, visit the Nebraska School Activities Association's website.
Driving isn't worth your full attention.
What is?
A safety reminder from your Nebraska Department of Roads.
Welcome back to the Bogdanati Sports Center for the Class C1 State Championship. Wahoo and Boys Town. 50 wins combined between these two teams this year in the regular season and in the postseason. 15 state championships combined in school history. Let's go to public address announcer Doc Weinecker.
Nebraska School Activities Association encourages good sportsmanship by students, athletes, coaches, and spectators. To emphasize the importance of good sportsmanship, the Nebraska State Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association and the Nebraska Coaches Association are cooperating to sponsor a sportsmanship award underwritten by the Nebraska Independent College Foundation to be presented to the school in each class that exhibits the best example of sportsmanship during the NSAA Basketball Championships. During each game a team plays, fans, cheerleaders, players, coaches, and bench personnel of each school will be evaluated in the areas of conduct, respect, sportsmanship, and ethical behavior. The school in each class receiving the highest evaluation will be recognized and presented a sportsmanship award prior to the presentation of the runner-up and championship medals and trophies at the conclusion of the NSAA championship game. Support your team and help them win this award by exhibiting good sportsmanship at all times. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would ask that you rise as we honor our flag and our country with the singing of our national anthem. Singing the anthem this morning will be Cassie Schroeder, a junior from Plattsmouth High School.
Oh, say, can you see by the
what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, there's Cassie Schroeder with your national anthem. We're about ready to tip it off in Class C1. Boys Town Cowboys coming in at 26-1, only loss on the year to Wayne, 63-60. The Wahoo Warriors at 24-3, a perennial power in Class C1. Of course, they haven't, as Andy said, haven't been here since 1998. It's been more than a 10-year drought, but you look back in the 90s, as you said, they were here about every single year. Now for the introductions of both Wahoo and Boys Town. Let's go to our public address announcer, Doc Weiniger.
And now, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Nebraska School Activities Association, its member schools, and U.S. Bank, welcome to the Bob Devaney Sports Center for the Class C1 State Championship game. Today's game features the Boys Town High School Cowboys versus the Warriors of Wahoo High School. And now, let's meet the players and coaches competing in today's game. First, the non-starters for the visiting team, the Boys Town Cowboys. Number 12, Jared Foster. Number 20, Trey Scott. Number 22, Dre Smith. Number 24, David Austin. Number 30, Devin Thompson. Number 34, Charlie Edwards. Number 42, Kawani Carr. And number 50, Chris McDougall. And now, the non-starters for the home team, the Wahoo Warriors. Number 5, Tyler Cavan. Number 11, Preston Raymond. Number 21, Gavin Iverson. Number 24, Joshua Langemeyer. Number 25, Quinn McGill. Number 30, Jake Wilson. Number 31, Jacob Molee. Number 33, Jacob Shee. Number 34, Mitch Shuka. And now, the starting lineup for the Boys Town Cowboys. A 6-foot senior, number 10, Fernando Hildreth. A 6'1" senior, number 14, Devon Watts. A 5'10" senior, number 32, Markwell Jones. A 6'3" senior, number 40, Shannon Moon. 6'3" senior, number 44, Damaris McKeever. Head coach for Boys Town is Tom Crable. Assisted by Cedric Hunter, Kevin Capisi, Paul Blumenkamp, Ron Stargel, Jason Trummer, Jim Hoffman, and Ben Pick. And now, the starting lineup for the Wahoo Warriors. A 6'2" sophomore, number 3, Ben Sheep. A 5'11" junior, number 4, Brooke Stewart. 6'2", senior number 15, Casey Brown. A 6-foot junior number 23, Jonathan Abbott. And a 6-foot senior number 42, Max Cook. Head coach for Wahoo is Kevin Sheaf, assisted by Mike Bomar, Mark Kaminsky, Alex Shada, Dan Waddle, Joel Arburn, and Monty Ritchie. Today's game officials are Tim Higgins, Brian Groupie, and Doug Stevenson. The bench official is Kyle Debew. And now, gentlemen, let's play basketball!
So all ready to get started here in Class C1, Boys Town and Wahoo. Two of the top teams in Class C1. Boys Town ranked #1 most of the year. Wahoo just north of Lincoln, Wahoo High School. And then we go into Omaha, where we will find Boys Town High School. These kids come from all over the country, head to Boys Town, and we have some terrific athletes on that team. And they made the quick trip down I-80 right here at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, where they will play for the C1 title. This is how they got here. Wahoo knocked off Milford in the first, a game in which went overtime. They hit a 3 late to win it. Wahoo also knocked off Minden, and then Boys Town beating Lincoln Christian and also Newman to get here to the state title. So Boys Town looking to knock off its second consecutive team from Wahoo to win a title. There's a look at Tom Crable, the head coach of Boys Town, 26-1. He's been there 10 years as the head coach, 167-77. Kevin Sheaf in his 11th year with the Warriors, 183-66. He's previously coached at Shickley, David City Aquinas, won a title at David City Aquinas, ready to go, tip it off, and Boys Town controls the tip.
Wahoo's going to start in a 1-3-1 zone.
There's that zone paying off. The steal by Stewart the other way. Ball tipped around and goes off of the hands of Max Cook. It'll belong to Boys Town.
One of the keys to this game is, can Wahoo get the 1-3-1 zone set and try to take Boys Town out of conversion offense and make them play against a half-court defense?
Skip pass now down low. Here's McKeever. McKeever with the turnaround in the lane. No good. Tipped around. Cook comes down with the rebound. Cook tried to push it ahead. Tipped away. Watts with it. Watts drives in. Has the layup in the first bucket of the game. Cowboys up 2-zip.
And every time Boys Town scores, it's going to allow them to pick up full court. They're going to apply pressure, look for steals, trying to get out in transition. That helps them average 77 points a game, as we mentioned, which is the top scoring team in the state.
Sheaf drives in, but has it blocked by McKeever. And Boys Town will push. The jumper, Hildreth, got it up too quickly. Up 4-0 are the Cowboys.
You saw that conversion offense. They're able to pull up for the 15-foot jump shot before Wahoo was able to get set up in their 1-3-1 zone defense.
Warriors looking for its 10th state championship overall. In the lane, off the back of the rim, no good by Abbott. Boys Town controls. Said the Cowboys looking to knock off Newman. Knocked off Newman in the last round, now looking to knock off Wahoo. So back-to-back games against teams from Wahoo. Rebound put back. Roll does not go on the shot by Marquell Jones. It goes off of the Cowboys. It'll belong to Wahoo.
Coach Sheaf thought the keys to Wahoo's success in the state tournament was defending and rebounding, and I think that holds true in this game. They need to make sure to contest Boys Town's open shots, and then they have to rebound the weak side.
Shot is off, rebound, put back up by Sheaf, and Sheaf is fouled. So that will put Ben Sheaf at the line. Foul called on Kwani Carr. We'll make it Damaris McKeever, 44 with the foul. McKeever picks up his first, and that puts Sheaf, the 6'2" sophomore, at the line.
It's important that Wahoo plays with an offensive efficiency. When I say efficiency, I think there's two parts to that. You can't turn it over against the pressure, and you have to shoot a high field goal percentage, because what that does is it takes Boys Town out of the conversion offense. It allows you to sprint back and get your zone set. You'll see it here. Boys Town has to take it out, allows you to get back in defensive position.
Ball tipped away, now to the ground, and tied up. Possession arrow belongs to Wahoo.
Great effort here. They try to penetrate the gap between the point guard and the wing. Max Cook does a good job of deflecting it, forcing a loose ball. Wahoo, the more aggressive team, getting on the floor, forcing the jump ball.
Kicked outside, jumper on the way by Brown, and he got it. Three-pointer, Casey Brown. Now all even at 4. Steele pushes the other way. Cook has it underneath, goes up strong, and he's fouled from behind. The foul called on Shannon Moon. That will be Moon's first foul.
Wahoo's really settled in the game and generated some steals from their half-court defense. And when you attack a pressure man-to-man, sometimes you can drive by your guy and not be able to get in the paint and score. Last possession kicked it out for the 3. This time used to steal off the defensive end and convert it into points from the free throw line.
First point of the game by the leading scorer for the Warriors, Max Cook. Averages 18 a game. First team all-conference, being recruited by several local schools, including Midland, Wesleyan, Doane, Hastings. And over and back called against the Cowboys. A little bit sloppy here early on in period number 1. 5-4 Warriors on top.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of, early game, a lot of jitters, obviously a very important game in the season. And the second thing is you don't get time to prepare for different defenses. This is the 3rd game in 3 days, so the preparation maybe against the 1-3-1 hasn't been there for Boys Town. They certainly have struggled against it.
Sheaf had it batted away. Now up top here's Cook. Drives in the lane. Nice drive. Lay in and good by Max Cook. Hildreth now the other way. Skip pass into the corner. There's Marquel Jones with it, drives in. The jumper by Jones is off. Rebound kicked off. Hildreth recovers. Outside, on the way by Watts. That's no good. Tipped around and a foul called underneath. Looks like it's on McKeever. It is. That's his 2nd foul here early in this first period of action.
And that's a really big foul. McKeever is their one player from Boys Town that kind of hangs around the basket, gets them some points in the paint. It's their leading rebounder. So him picking up a 2nd foul with 4:38 to go in the first is a big momentum swing for Wahoo.
So into the game comes Jared Foster. Foster into the game along with David Austin. Austin on the ball now. Cook drives hard. See why he's the leading scorer. Max Cook's taking it hard to the basket twice in a row. And a foul on the floor. Wahoo in the middle of a 9-0 run. The Cowboys took that 4-0 lead. The foul on Cook, his first. Tipped around, swatted away by Kavan. Cook with it. 3-pointer is off. The foul called underneath on McGill. That's McGill's first.
Max Cook plays with a lot of confidence, really offensive-minded, and when you play against pressure teams, you like to see that. Be able to put your head down and drive. That time pulls up for a 3 in transition. Attacking a 1-3-1, you really want to get it to the corner. The bottom guy is going to have to get out and cover corner to corner so you get a lot of shots. 3 on the way by Foster. That's out, tipped up. Nice job from that guard spot coming up to rebound. Hildreth tips it in. And that stops that 9-0 Warrior run. Max Cook has it batted away, stays with Wahoo. You see the pressure for Boys Town. They're going to cycle a lot of players in and out, keep that defensive pressure. When you catch it from Wahoo, you have to make sure you're in a triple threat position, be ready to attack. If you're going to get on your heels against pressure, bad things are going to happen. You have to stay on your toes and be aggressive, which Wahoo has done that, and that's why they're up 9-6. Foster tips that out of bounds. 3:30 to go here, first period of action. Wahoo on top, 9-6 over Boys Town. Both of these teams
Squared off against Newman. Of course, Boys Town to get here to the finals. Wahoo lost to Newman in the district final and made it on a wild card. Underneath the rebound and fouled underneath his sheath. The foul will go against Hildreth. So Fernando Hildreth picks up his first.
Yeah, Wahoo's had a really nice quarter. They've been able to handle the pressure. They haven't turned it over. And instead of settling for jump shots, they've been able to get the basketball into the lane, either on the drive or cleaning it up off the backboard off offensive misses. And they've been able to slow the game down by getting to the free throw line.
So Sheaf hits the free throw. Sheaf, first team all-conference this year. Had 21 against Minden here at state, and 15 against Milford. So he has 36 at the state tournament coming into today. They're trying to solve that 1-3-1, kicks it out to Hildreth. Hildreth drives in, has it swatted away and stolen. So another turnover on the Cowboys, and Sheaf brings it up the floor. Now down to the corner to an open Brown, can't get the three to go. Here come the Cowboys, pushing the pace. Taken away again, really struggling with that 1-3-1 of the Cowboys.
Yeah, important thing when you play against the zone is to pass fake. It looks like Boys Town's kind of staring at where they're going to throw the ball. Wahoo's reading their eyes, being more aggressive, getting to the basketball.
Sheaf had it tipped away, ball loose. McGill pulls it down, now gets it to Stewart, who drives and also has it taken away. Now they'll push the ball. Austin can't get the lay-in to go. Goes off of the Cowboys and Wahoo ball.
Yeah, just really pressing here. There's a good defensive play. A deflection leads into transition offense, and Boys Town is just really pressing. You can just see they're a little tight, trying to make too much happen, have missed some easy shots, but more important than that, they've just turned the basketball over too many times in the first 6 minutes of the first quarter. I think that's 7 on the official stat sheet, turnovers.
The drive off, rebound to Cook, kicks it back up top, 3 on the way by Sheaf. That's off the front of the ring. Stops trying to gain control, and the travel called on Jared Foster.
I think Coach Crable senses his team pressing, is a smart timeout, just try to settle them down.
Let's take a look back at last year, the C1 State Showdown.
The Class C1 Championship was a battle between number 2 Norfolk Central Catholic and number 4 Minden. The Whippets were on fire in the first half, knocking down 6 of 11 three-pointers, with 4 of them coming from junior Derek Kissinger, who led Minden with 14 points. But the Knights came storming out of halftime, led by Ben Ewing and Ethan Brozek, who both had double-doubles on the night. Norfolk Central Catholic went on a 20-0 run to put the Knights up 15. Minden would get as close as 9 before another Norfolk Central Catholic run sealed the deal. The Knights defeated the Whippets 56-49 and won their first state basketball title in school history.
And thanks to NET intern Brandon Axelman for putting that flashback together. He'll be bringing you those throughout the day as we traverse through our 6 classes and 6 state champions today. So the timeout called by head coach Tom Crable. Try to slow things down for this Cowboys. They'll pick up full court.
The Boys Town's really fortunate. 8 turnovers and only be down 11, 6, 5 points. You know, they certainly couldn't get off to a worse start offensively.
10-second call against Wahoo, and that full court pressure causes the turnover.
Yeah, good possession by Boys Town coming out of the timeout. Try to change the momentum here.
So David Austin with it up top, now to Foster. Foster lit it up from three-point range in the 4th period of yesterday's game. Good pass underneath, tipped away, the block shot by Wahoo, and here comes Cook. Cook, nice pass, and the foul, and 1. So Ben Sheaf with the bucket, and he's fouled. 3-point play opportunity on the way.
Yeah, great job. This is the Boys Town end. Tremendous block by Sheaf. Creates an opportunity. There's Cook. So you see the drive against pressure, force help, be able to find a teammate, created a three-point opportunity for Sheaf.
I believe called on Shannon Moon. That's his second. So two of the big guys inside for Boys Town with 2 fouls already, both Moon and McKeever. Driving in, jumper is off, rebound. Back up strong goes Kwame Carr. It was the big guy. Kwame Carr, 6'3" center with the bucket and a three-point opportunity.
And that's a real weak spot of a 1-3-1 zone defense. You're asking the wing to kind of drop down to block off the weak side. Normally it's a smaller player. Wahoo's not big to begin with. They play a lot of perimeter-oriented players. So you're asking them to drop down on the weak side and rebound it. And that time Boys Town got there first. He's going to get a three-point opportunity.
Marquel Jones back into the game for Shannon Moon, who will take a seat with 2 fouls. Rebound goes to Kavan. And Cook pushes again. Boy, he's having a lot of success driving and kicking here early. Just haven't been able to shut him down. Ball tripped around and the steal pulled away by Austin. David Austin drives in and a jump ball called. Ben Sheaf got his hand on it. Possession arrow stays with the Cowboys. There's Quinn McGill into the game for Wahoo. And also back in for Boys Town is Fernando Hildreth. Austin will take a seat. Jumper by Hildreth in the lane is off. Foster kicks it back up top. Hildreth drives, pass deflected. Hildreth pulls down his own loose ball. Now Foster with the floater in the lane doesn't go. Rebound to Kavan. And stolen back and put in by Marquel Jones.
Yeah, nice job by Jones, just kind of hanging out, anticipating an outlet pass. Shot the passing lane, and that's a big basket, cutting the deficit to 3.
Inside 10 seconds here in period number 1, and a turnover on Wahoo. So an opportunity with nearly 6 seconds left for Boys Town to cut it to 1 or tie it here at the end of 1.
Wahoo wants to make sure they can test an open shot here, but don't foul a shooter late.
On the way, tipped up, and is no good. So first period of action in the books of the Class C1 State Championship. It's Boys Town trailing Wahoo after 1, 13-10.
So I was talking to my mom the other day, and she said that there's no way we can afford college.
Here, check educationquest.org. See? They have information about grants, scholarships, and other ways to pay for college. You can even go to their office, and they'll show you what to do.
Education Quest Foundation offers services to help students plan and pay for college. To learn more, visit educationquest.org.
Education Quest helped us get to college.
And they can help you too.
Animal agriculture is vital to Nebraska. Livestock production not only contributes to our food supply, but also helps our rural communities. Livestock provides revenue for schools, creates jobs, supports Main Street, and enhances the future for farm families. The Nebraska Soybean Board's Animal Agriculture Initiative works to encourage growth of responsible livestock enterprises to benefit agriculture and Nebraska.
And here's a closer look at that 1-3-1 being played by Wahoo.
Yeah, Wahoo has forced 8 turnovers in possession. You want to get the ball into the corner, forces zone to rotate, or they double team. They got to get the ball reversed, do a really nice job, turn a shot down, get a shot in the corner, and then you have to be able to rebound the weak side. That time Boys Town got it reversed, got an open shot in the opposite corner, then rebounded the weak side. That was one of the few good possessions Boys Town had against a Wahoo zone, but only to be down 3, turning over 8 times. You have to feel really good that Boys Town maybe survived that slow start, that they could have been working through a bigger deficit.
Here's Cook with it. He'll drive again. Pull-up jumper this time. Cook got it. So Max Cook lighting it up. Leads the way right now with 7 points for Wahoo. 3 on the way is off. Ball goes off of Wahoo. It will stay with Boys Town.
Yeah, fortunate play for Boys Town. They got the ball skipped, got an open 3. But McKeever's back in the game with 2 fouls and almost might have went over the back there and got his 3rd. But fortunate for Boys Town, it wasn't called. They're going to have it in line out of bounds.
Kick called by Brown. It will stay this end with Boys Town. Nearly taken away, and a foul then. It'll be the 2nd on Quinn McGill.
Coach Sheaf has spent a lot of time in the 1-3-1 zone. That's their primary defense, and you can tell they're really comfortable. Wahoo reacts, they read your eyes, they're anticipating steals. That time was just a count late. Had contact, a good call by the official.
Shot fake, the drive, and the pull-up by Jones is off. Rebound and put back by Moon. So Shannon Moon with 2 fouls back into the game. He goes high to pull down the rebound. Makes it a 3-point game. Break that full court press. And now Cook with it. Cook being guarded by Jones, Marquell Jones. Now Sheaf has it taken away. Ball goes to the ground and will be tied up. A good defense by Demarius McKeever. McKeever also in there with 2, so both McKeever and Moon back into the game for Boys Town with 2 fouls.
Yeah, since Coach Crable took that timeout with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, Boys Town activity defensively has been better. There's a deflection, created a loose ball scenario. Both teams doing a great job hustling. Every possession is so important in a championship game. Possession error goes to Boys Town.
Ball stripped away from Foster on the drive. Another turnover for Boys Town. Cook with the jumper. He's got 9 points for Max Cook.
Yeah, playing with that senior confidence. I think there was some concern. Max Cook had mono in February and really has struggled with his strength. You know, playing 3 games in 3 days, you wondered if that was going to be an issue, but he certainly has passed with flying colors so far.
There's Cavan the other way, and Cavan takes it in. Tyler Cavan with the bucket, and Wahoo extends that lead to 7. Its biggest lead of the game. The 3-pointer, got it. Rolls in there from Devon Watts.
Game has loosened up a little bit. Both teams playing with a little bit more poise than maybe they played with in the first quarter.
Pushing foul called on Boys Town. Let's go over to Matt Schick.
Yeah, Ben Sheaf having a pretty good day, and not only is he a very good basketball player, he's also in the band, but not today because he's playing, so the band has a picture of his face on the drum. He usually plays the bari sax, and in fact they were going to put the picture on the tuba, but it just wouldn't stick, guys.
Multi-talented and faceted young man is Ben Sheaf. Not to mention our Matt Schick. Multifaceted, I didn't say talented. 19-15, Warriors on top by 4. Here's Cook, 3-pointer on the way. He's got 12. So Cook really warming up here at the Devaney Center, opening that lead up to 7, 22-15.
Yeah, the game of basketball is about a rhythm, and Max Cook has found that rhythm, and Boys Town needs to try to take him out of it.
And a travel now called on Watts. Another turnover for Boys Town. Ten turnovers now by the Cowboys. Ball tipped away. McKeever comes up with it. Ahead to Foster, who had the tip. Foster can't get it away. Cowboys have been missing a lot of little bunnies in there like that. Timeout called by Kevin Sheaf. So Coach Sheaf saw his team in trouble in the backcourt, called the timeout up by 7 with 4:57 to go. Hey, a reminder, you can log on to facebook.com/NET Sports and become a fan. You can leave questions, comments, and see what's happening behind the scenes. Plus, find out what's coming up next for Nebraska's Home for Sports. Another nice thing about Facebook is you can follow the Doc Sadler and the new coaching hire on Facebook. NET will be posting all the latest information. We're looking for your comments as well. The Sports Sadler released yesterday by the University of Nebraska. All the latest information, you can find it on facebook.com/NET Sports, Nebraska's only statewide sports network. (22-15). Wahoo on top.
Unfortunate for Coach Sadler and his staff. You couldn't find a nicer group of guys that were passionate for Nebraska, but that's the nature of college athletics. You can do the job right and on and off the court, but it comes down to winning, and unfortunately they just couldn't get enough games in that left-hand column.
So the foul called there on David Austin.
And once again, Max Cook really poised, attacking that pressure, being on his toes, being the more aggressive offensive player, earned a trip to the free throw line. A tremendous start to the game for Max Cook. Really has carried this Wahoo team offensively.
7th team foul on the Cowboys. That puts Wahoo in the 1-1. First one good, and that's 13 now for Max Cook. He averages 18 a game. Cook is 5 from 8 from the floor. That's 13 in the game. 3 on the way. Jared Foster. We said he had 3 threes in the 4th quarter against Wahoo Newman. Big shot there. Hard to the basket, and a charge called that time on Cook. That's Cook's 2nd foul.
Yeah, nice job by McKeever, with 2 fouls to be able to be poised enough to slide in, get position. Once again, Max Cook has been really aggressive offensively. That time that aggressiveness worked against him getting the charge.
Whipped out of bounds by Jonathan Abbott. Now back in for Boys Town is Hildreth.
And once again, 4:18 to go. Boys Town really has not played well. 10 turnovers already. Held to 18 points, average 77, but only down 5. They have to feel pretty good about where they're at this point in the game.
And now 11 turnovers. Sheaf the other way, drives in, gets his own board, and he's fouled. Foul called on Jared Foster. That'll be 18 fouls, and the first on Foster.
Sheaf is really strong, has a strong body, knows how to use that body against Minden, who's kind of backing Minden players down in the semis, getting the ball into the paint. That time missed the first shot, but had the strength to get up off the floor first, get contact, get back to the foul line. Really nice game so far from Sheaf.
Second leading scorer for the Warriors, averages 11 a game, better than 7 rebounds. And extends that lead now to 8, 25-18. The pass underneath, and the foul. Nice feed by Hildreth inside to Kwani Carr, and that'll put Carr at the line.
Yeah, nice job throwing diagonally. You're asking the wing guy to drop down and cover that backside block. Nice possession by Boys Town, attacking the weakness of the 1-3-1 zone.
Free throw good by Kwani Carr. Kwani big off of the bench for Boys Town. See, big, strong guy, tough rebounder. Averages 6 rebounds a game. Second one good. Stewart pushed it up the floor. Looked inside, couldn't find Brown. Now up top. Brown, good pass down low to Sheaf. Great rebound on the backside by McGill, and McGill with the bucket. And now McGill with the steal. And he carries, just lost control.
They just got going a little too fast. But once again, that Wahoo defense has generated a lot of conversion opportunities, just getting deflections on the top of that zone. Boys Town has had a few good possessions where you think they're getting more comfortable, but then they come back with a couple turnovers. It's something Coach Crable's going to have to address at halftime, trying to be more efficient in attacking this 1-3-1 half-court zone defense.
We talked about Boys Town's turnovers. They have 12, but Wahoo also with 10 turnovers, so that defense from the Cowboys working as well. 3 on the way by Foster is off. Abbott with it up top. Pass down low to Brown. Brown with the turnaround, and now the largest lead of the game by Wahoo, up by 9. Cravan tips it out.
Yeah, real positive play. Even though you knock the ball out of bounds, what that does, it allows you to reset your defense. Deflections are real positive defensive plays.
Foster with the 3 again, trying to draw him out of that 1-3-1, or at least to the perimeter, and he hasn't hit a 3. Hildreth, pull up, got it. So Fernando Hildreth brings it up the floor, hits the jumper from the baseline, cuts it to 7.
And that's where Boys Town plays their best basketball. In conversion, getting the ball out before the defense can get set. Pulls up and knocks in a little 15-footer, hopefully gets some momentum back. I think Coach Chief senses that, takes a timeout to try to give his team a little composure to stop this Boys Town run.
A 7-point lead, 2:08 to go here before half. Hey, Omaha's Rosenblatt Stadium has seen its last at-bat, and now NET Television traces the history and tradition of the Grand Old Stadium in Rosenblatt, the final inning. Meet the people who made Rosenblatt legendary and the fans who came back to the Diamond on the Hill year after year. It's an outstanding documentary. Catch Rosenblatt, the final inning, tomorrow afternoon, 4:30 Central on NET1 and NET HD. It's a terrific final tribute to that Diamond on the Hill. Boy, hard to believe, but baseball season is here. Nebraska in a 3-game series against Cal at home this weekend. A lot going on in Lincoln this weekend and around the country. Great basketball weekend, too. And a foul called on Wahoo. That will be the 7th team foul, so it will put Hildreth at the line.
Once again, Boys Town uses a steal on the defensive end. Hildreth has the ball in conversion, kind of gets it back tipped. Fortunately for Boys Town, called a foul.
So the first of the 1-and-1 is good. By the way, the foul called on Quinn McGill. That's McGill's 3rd foul. Cravan back into the game for Wahoo. 2nd one. And a lane violation called on Boys Town. No shot, Wahoo's ball. There's that trapping full court defense by Boys Town. Vaughn drives in, kicks it back up top. Jumper by Abbott, off. McKeever with the rebound for Boys Town. Tip back up, rebound again. There's the power of Shannon Moon in the middle. Moon averages 8 rebounds, 8 points a game.
He's really done a nice job contributing on the offensive rebound end for Boys Town, putting back some of those missed shots.
And Moon with the tip there. Moon had picked up 2 early fouls, so he had spent much of this, or part of this first half on the bench, and now you're seeing his activity level pick up here late in the 2nd period.
Town switched to a 2-2-1 zone press the last 3 possessions. It's really bothered Wahoo. Wahoo has kind of sped Wahoo up, forced him into making some mistakes, missed jump shots. That time generated the turnover. Nice adjustment by Coach Crable, going away from the full court man-to-man pressure, going into more zone pressure.
Jumper on the way by Foster. That's no good. A rebound underneath. McKeever is fouled. So Demarius McKeever underneath with the rebound, and that'll put him at the line. It's a 5-0 Boys Town run.
But once again, their best offense has been a missed jump shot and just going to get it on the backboard. Here you see the missed jump shot by Hildreth. McKeever very strong, playing with 2 fouls. He's going to get himself to the free throw line by being active on the offensive backboard.
First is off. Shot by Abbott off and out of bounds. It goes off of Wahoo. So back to Boys Town.
Little game strategy, 37.8 seconds left. Without a shot clock, most coaches will opt to play for the last shot in this scenario. That being said, sometimes you don't want them to turn down an easy one either. Right. They play passive, and then it ends up being a bad possession because you turn that first shot down, and then with 8 seconds, you're scrambling around trying to get a good shot. So we'll see how Boys Town plays this first half out.
Hildreth will hold for the last shot. Boy, what a over and back call.
Yeah, it's as soon as they touched it, it was going to be over the back. But what it did do is take about another 4 to 5 seconds off the game clock. But, you know, once again, you get passive, and you see that happen so many times. You try to hold for last shot, and bad things end up happening, and that's what happened to Boys Town. Just trying to hold it, end up getting caught in the corner where he got trapped. He lost the dribble. Now Wahoo is going to have a chance to hold for 16.8 seconds to see if they can go into halftime with some momentum.
Back into the game is Kwani Carr for Boys Town. Stewart to inbound. And Cook will have it up top. Shot by Brown. Off. Rebound underneath. And they won't get a final shot off. So that'll end our first half of play. Wahoo's lead grew to as many as 9 at 29-20. The Cowboys in the half on a 5-0 run to close it to 4. And we are at halftime of this C1 state championship. The Warriors on top of the Cowboys 29-25. Let's go over to Matt.
Coach, their 1-3-1 zone kind of caused some problems there with those active hands. How do you negate that in the second?
Well, we got ball fake. We're going to talk to our kids about not being casual with the ball. They're putting a lot of pressure on us in the half-court defense, so I just as soon get out and run. But we got to defend, too. I don't know what Max Cook has, but he has a lot. But basically, we got to take care of the basketball. Championship game, you can't give the ball away 12, 13, 14 times. So we're lucky to be in this, quite frankly.
You guys also mixed up your press there toward the end. That seemed to cause some problems for them. You going to continue to do that?
Yeah, we're gonna try and confuse them, and as well as use our athleticism. But yeah, we're gonna get in and out of things, and we'll try to find something that works and stay with it.
Good luck the second
Thanks,
half.
man.
Larry.
All right, thanks, Matt. He's with Coach Tom Crable, and we appreciate Coach Crable's time as he heads to halftime. It is Wahoo on top of the C1 title game, 29-25.
Every day here in Nebraska, you work hard to build a life for your family and take care of them. You do your part, and we're working hard to do ours. We're Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska. From Scottsbluff to Scribner, you can count on us to help protect your family and your future. Today and tomorrow, we're here where you are, and we work for you.
We'd like to say we have the good life in our state. And for more than 40 years, Nebraska Public Power District has kept the good life running smoothly for Nebraskans.
we are driven to go above and beyond with a spirit to provide reliable, affordable electricity with outstanding customer service each and every day. Because in the end, we want to make the good life better for all. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
NET Sports coverage of the 2012 NSAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, encouraging the use of renewable biodiesel fuels for a healthier environment. For information, nebraskasoybeans.org. By Constellation Energy, formerly known as One Oak Energy Marketing Company, a participant in the Choice Gas program and a proud supporter of Nebraska 4-H and FFA. And by the Aurora Cooperative, innovative, financially strong, committed to the communities we serve. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
Halftime, Wahoo leads Boys Town 29-25, and here with Nebraska High School Hall of Fame Executive Director Larry Monksgaard. And Larry, a new position for you.
Yeah, Matt, I was athletic administrator for 34 years, the last 17 at Lincoln Southeast. During the last few years, I was fortunate enough to be on the ground floor of both the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Hall of Fame, and we started the Lincoln Southeast Hall of Fame from scratch. Our first induction class was 2010. So I kind of developed a passion for Hall of Fames, and so this was kind of a natural fit.
What's the mission of the Nebraska High School Hall of Fame?
We're trying to inspire the future by honoring the past. We've recognized over 300 athletes, coaches, and teams since in the last 18 years. We'll continue to do that again this October 7th. And we think we've got a great product, and we hope to get a Hall of Fame established here shortly where people come and visit all the inductees.
And Larry, there's also an educational theme to this Hall of Fame too. It's not just about athletics.
Yes, there is, Matt. The board in the past few months has developed sportsmanship as the official theme. It will be an educational theme. We at some point hope to get fourth graders all across the state to come in and look at the Hall of Fame. And part of that tour will be, there'll be sportsmanship themed throughout the whole Hall of Fame.
Interested in how people get involved with something like this?
Well, you can go to our website, nebhalloffame.org. There's all kinds of information on the Hall of Fame, how to donate, how to get involved in committees, a little bit of the history, a little bit about the board. Just about everything you want to know is on that website. And obviously, we would hope that they could come and visit our induction ceremony on October 7th.
Larry, you talked about the sportsmanship aspect. How does that sportsmanship evaluation work? What are all the components that go into that?
Well, this was started about 12 years ago, Matt, by a group of people who just had an interest in helping get the environment state tournament better. And so there are 24 evaluators for the boys, 24 for the girls, 4 for each class. We meet at 7:15 in the morning on Thursday. We're given the information. We go out and evaluate every game in every class, including the consolation games. We look at the adults, students, the players and coaches, and the supervision. We grade that out, and we all get together, get a collective subjective judgment at the end of the day, and we pick a winner on Saturday. We feel it's really improved the environment of the state tournament immensely. It really has.
Thanks for your time, and congrats on your new endeavor.
Hey, looking forward to it. Thanks.
Thank you. That's Larry Monksgaard. 29-25 here at halftime. Wahoo up on Boys Town. Larry and Andy back after this.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Driving isn't worth your full attention.
What is?
A safety reminder from your Nebraska Department of Roads.
A diesel-powered engine on a farm works hard and operates in a grueling environment. Soy biodiesel fuels stand up to the challenge of powering farm equipment, but are also renewable and environmentally responsible as well. The Nebraska Soybean Board is committed to encouraging the use of soy biodiesel to protect the environment and sustain Nebraska's agriculture. The Nebraska Soybean Checkoff, growing opportunity from the ground up.
At the Aurora Cooperative, we're continually driven by what's next in agriculture. So we're dedicated to being your first resource for world-class agronomy, grain storage and marketing, high-performance feeds, and energy. Driven by our vision to be financially strong, innovative, independent, locally owned. You're driven by the opportunities that exist. We're driven to help you make the most of them, now and for the next generation. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
And welcome back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center, along with Matt Schick, Andy Markowski. I'm Larry Putney. Halftime of the Class C1 State Championship game, 29-25. Wahoo on top. They led by as many as 9, but we're going to take a look at some highlights from this first half. And I think what you're going to see in the first play that we see is really a microcosm of the first half.
Yeah, their weak side rebound. Wahoo gets it, turns it back over to Hildreth. Boys Town uses a little conversion. Hildreth gets it to the basket for the bucket. So very helter-skelter here. Both teams have had combined 22 turnovers.
Wow.
There's Hildreth with an open 3 against a 1-3-1 zone defense. And here's the real difference in the game has been offensive rebound has kept Boys Town in it. 10 offensive rebounds. Moon comes in and gets 2 offensive rebound putbacks. Here's another one. Moon on the weak side with the tip in. So very good activity for Moon off the bench with 10 offensive rebounds total for the team. For Wahoo, nice job of penetrating a pitch against that pressure man-to-man defense. Brown knocking in the 3 there, and then Max Cook getting 2 of his 13 points. So a great start to the game. Max Cook with 13. There's a pull-up jump shot. Was in rhythm. Boys Town did a good job taking Cook out of the rhythm after this 3-point shot. I think that was his 13th point of the half. Looking at stats, both teams really struggled from the floor. Boys Town 10 of 32, Wahoo 10 of 26, 31 and 39% respectively. Both teams struggled from the 3, 2 of 10. Wahoo's 2 of 5. Max Cook with 1 of those. Turnovers has been the story of this game, as we mentioned. Actually, not 22 turnovers, 26 combined turnovers. And then Boys Town gets 4 points off those turnovers, and Wahoo gets 10 points. But Boys Town was able to stay in this game based on their offensive rebounding.
So we are at halftime. It's 29-25. Players back on the floor, ready for second half action. We'll have that coming your way after this.
"95% of American corn farms are family-owned.
Farmers grow 70% more corn per ounce of fertilizer than just 35 years ago.
The energy to grow a bushel of corn has dropped by 37% over the past 30 years.
Farmers have cut soil erosion by 44% through new tillage methods.
This is sustaining innovation, and it's how Nebraska corn farmers are growing more with less. On the web at nebraskacorn.org.
Programming on NET Television is provided in part by the Dr. Tom and Dorothy Hallstrom Inspire Nebraska Athletics Endowment.
Sports programming on NET is made possible by a gift from Harold and Marion Anderson, recognizing the importance of high school and college athletics in Nebraska.
NET Sports coverage of the 2012 NSAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you in part by the Nebraska Public Power District, applauding the dedication, teamwork, and sportsmanship of Nebraska's high school athletes. By the Nebraska Corn Board and Nebraska's corn farmers, growing more with less through sustaining innovation at nebraskacorn.org. And by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, one less thing to worry about. Sports Center Class C1 State Championship. 29-25, Wahoo on top, and Matt Schick had a chance to chat with Kevin Sheep, head coach of the Warriors.
All right, Coach, 4-point game at half. How's Boys Town kept around in this game?
Well, you know, they're so athletic and they hit the board so hard. That's our task. We got to find a way to limit them to one shot and one shot only, but that's tough to do. They go to the board so well, and between that and getting back and stopping transition D, those are two big keys for us this half.
Your 1-3-1 zone has really caused some problems. Obviously going to stick with that here in the second half.
We're not going to make a lot of changes. We got to take better care of the ball, though, and we got to limit them to one shot. If we can do that, I think we'll be all right.
Thanks. Good luck.
Thank you.
Eric?
Well, you heard the theme by Coach Sheaf. Limit them to one shot. 26 overall rebounds for Boys Town in the first half, 17 for Wahoo.
Yeah, Coach Crable mentioned they're going to change it up, try to fool Wahoo. They start in a 3-2 zone defense, which is their first zone possession of the game.
Ahead to Moon, kicks it back to Hildreth. Ball rolls around and tied up. So possession arrow will stay with Boys Town.
There's the loose ball. Nice job by Hildreth getting to it. Going to retain possession based on both players really scrapping, playing hard.
3 no good. Rebound to Cook. 3-point shooting. 2 of 11 for Boys Town in the game. The other way, the 3-pointer hit by Casey Brown.
Yeah, the other senior on the Wahoo team with Max Cook. That's his second 3-pointer of the game.
Brown with 2 threes and 3 shots. Boy, great defense up top by Cook, forces the turnover. Cook 3 on the way. And the rebound by Wahoo. Again, 3 is off, and McKeever comes down with it. Jumper no good by Hildreth. Boys Town just really struggling from the floor.
Yeah, good decision by Hildreth pulling up for that jump shot, just unable to get it to drop.
And the 3 hit. So Brown now 3 of 4 from 3-point range. He's come out now, has 12 points. They're 4 for 9 from outside the arc, 2 of 12 for Boys Town. And the turnover by Hildreth. Pass right back. Loose ball, picked up by Boys Town. Here's Moon, and Moon is fouled by Stewart.
Yeah, kind of a rough start for Boys Town. Really turning it over offensively. Wahoo gets going against a 3-2 zone defense with senior Brown knocking in a couple threes, but nice job to get the turnover, get to the foul line, try to gain composure.
First one by Moon is good.
It'll be interesting to see if Coach Crable elects to go back to kind of full court pressure after this made free throw, or if he's going to stay with that 3-2 zone defense.
Here's Moon's numbers, 5 points and 7 rebounds. Second one good as well. I think we're seeing Moon plays a lot bigger than that 6'2" frame of his, thanks to his length.
Yeah, just long arms, very active, plays very hard.
Turnover by Hildreth inside to Watts. The shot is off, but he's fouled. So that'll put Devon Watts at the line.
A good adjustment by Boys Town, went away from sitting back in a half-court zone defense that they started the third quarter in. Went back to that full court pressure and was able to generate a steal. Watts is going to go to the free throw line.
Warriors came out of the locker room, quickly extended the lead to 10. That's the largest lead of the game. 3 straight free throws now by Boys Town has cut it back to 7.
Once again, on a made free throw, you're going to see Boys Town pick up pressure full court.
Watts at the line, averages 11 a game. Second one is good as well. Sheaf gets it across, and Moon called for the foul. That's his 3rd. So early here in the second half, Shannon Moon picks up his 3rd personal foul.
A really good possession by Sheaf. Sometimes you can see that pressure and you want to pick that basketball up in the corner where you get trapped. He did a good job of pushing through, keeping his dribble, not picking it up, and picking up the foul.
Jonathan Abbott. Sheath drives in, kicks it outside. 3 on the way and hit by Kavan. Tyler Kavan with the 3-pointer extends that lead back to 9.
Wahoo had 2 threes in the first half. That's already their third in the third quarter, open up this 9-point lead.
And now Moon picks up foul number 4 over the back on the rebound. They're going to say 3 fouls, the last foul not called on Moon. So make it 3 fouls then on Shannon Moon. Abbott drives in, loses it. And they're going to say it stays with Wahoo. They'll call it off of Boys Town. Austin now back into the game for Boys Town. Foster takes a seat. Good pass inside to Sheath. And a foul. Oh, nope, no foul. They're going to say it went off of Sheath and out. Boys Town's ball.
A good defensive possession by Boys Town. Both got up, challenged the ball, was able to get the block shot. Caught a break by it rolling back off of Sheath.
Ball tipped away. Here's McGill hustling down the floor. McGill gets it to Cook, and Cook is fouled. No shot. They'll say it was on the floor. Foul will be called on Fernando Hildreth. There's another look.
You see the long skip pass. Really nice job by McGill anticipating that long pass. Generates a conversion opportunity. Cook being aggressive again in the third quarter as he was in the first half, picks up the hand check.
Stewart has it taken away. And Boys Town with another turnover. Cook drives in, won't go, rebound to McKeever. Bit of a frenetic pace here. Off the front, rebound McKeever back up strong, can't get it to go. That's tipped, McKeever get it again. Third chance, and finally McKeever is fouled.
And once again, that's been Boys Town's best offense. Just kind of throw it up from the perimeter and then go rebound it and have a chance to put it back in. It's kind of a unique group. Hildreth and Watts have been with Coach Crable for 3 years. Right. Boys Town is typically, you know, almost like a junior college where you really get 1 or 2 year type players, and you kind of got to mold them in the system annually. And it's kind of surprised me that Hildreth and Watts haven't maybe played with a little bit more composure. Look for them to settle in here, and they need to in order to cut into this 7-point deficit.
Let's go over to Matt Schick. Matt.
Yeah, Larry, this group, pretty athletic group. The last 5 that were just out there on the floor, basically 5 starting skilled players on your football team for Boys Town. You had Carr, the quarterback, Austin, the running back, and 3 wideouts, McKeever, Watts, and Hildreth. So plenty of athleticism on the floor just now.
Thanks, Matt. 38-31, Wahoo on top by 7. This type of competition, certainly nothing new for Boys Town. They played 9 Class B schools, beat 9 Class B schools. They've broken the school record for wins with 26. Already have the school record for total points scored, led the state, as you said earlier, in scoring, averaging better than 77 a game. But the turnovers have really been hurtful. 17 turnovers for Boys Town, 16 for Wahoo.
And you have to credit Wahoo's 1-3-1 zone defense.
They're good again. He stepped on the line, so that will stay with Wahoo.
Wahoo's done a really good job anticipating passes, getting deflections, really not allowing Boys Town to get any kind of rhythm offensively.
Ball taken away, but stepped on the line did Austin. David Austin comes up with the turnover and then steps on the line.
Austin brings a lot of energy off the bench. There he had a steal almost. Fortunately, foot was on the sideline.
Pass underneath. Off of the Cowboys. It will stay with the Warriors. Sheaf back into the game along with Jonathan Abbott for Wahoo. There's Abbott with it up top. Abbott, great spin move in the lane. Rebound Sheaf. Taken away, but then taken back again. And Abbott called for the travel.
And you can't fault either team for effort. I mean, both teams are scrambling around on offensive backboards, getting steals. I think it's the team that settles down and plays with the most composure is going to have a chance to win the C1 state title.
Pass underneath to Moon. Gets his own rebound, then pulled out and put back in by David Austin. 5-point game. Sheaf breaks the press. Abbott has it swiped away. Hildreth with it. Ahead to Moon. Just off of the tip fingers of Brown. I'll say then it went off Moon. Here's one more look.
Really good hands, creating a conversion opportunity. Hildreth just leads Moon by about 6 inches too far. I think that would have been a layup for Boys Town.
Three on the way by Brown. Off. Now Foster pushing it.
Looking Quinn.
38-33. 2:20 to go here. Third period action of the C1 championship game. Nice pass underneath. And Moon puts it in. Cuts it to 3.
A good possession by Boys Town. Went inside. Nice post-to-post pass by McKeever, getting his partner in the lane. Moon a basket.
And then Austin forces the turnover on the jump ball. Forces the jump ball. It will stay with Wahoo. And now a timeout on the floor called by Kevin Sheaf. Well, much of the difference in scoring has been thanks to the three-point shooting of Wahoo. And specifically Casey Brown. Brown in the game, on the game, 3 for 5 from three-point range, 12 points. And there you see the three-point field goals this half. Wahoo 3 of 6. Boys Town has yet to hit one. Well, we hope you're among the 2012 NSAA Boys Basketball Tournament. We hope you're enjoying it. We want to know your comments. It's very easy. You can just send us an email at sports@netnebraska.org. A reminder, your comments help NET Sports decide what programs are important to you and also helps us prepare for the best coverage possible, so we'd appreciate it if you take a moment and send us your comments. You can do that at sports@netnebraska.org and let us know what you think. NET is Nebraska's home for sports. Nearing the 2-minute mark here in period number 3. It's a 3-point game. Warriors on top. Nice drive to the lane and bucket by Jonathan Abbott.
Good timeout by Coach Sheaf. Settled his team down. Brought Max Cook back in. Got the basket.
3 by Foster is off. Foster struggling from three-point range now, 1 for 7. Wide open ahead to Hildreth, who lays it in. Back to a 3-point game. Turnaround underneath, won't go. Boys Town with the rebound. Good pass underneath, and the lay-in by David Austin. Out of that timeout, Boys Town on a run. 10-2 Cowboy run.
Great play by Hildreth, the senior point guard. Knew what he was going to do with it. Little bounce pass in for the layup.
And a foul called on the arm against Demarius McKeever.
Really nice job of attacking the pressure. And then conversion basket by Hildreth. And that's been the difference of this run, is Boys Town has been able to get up in conversion and score some baskets. Coach Crable mentioned that was their strength at halftime. And they finally have the game plan at a little higher pace.
Three is off, Moon with the rebound. Austin pushes it up. Lonnie Carr now into the game as well for Boys Town. Skip pass over to Watts, thought about the three. Watts drives in, doesn't get it to go, and Sheaf with the rebound. "20 seconds to go here, period number 3. Max Cook with it in his hands. 5 seconds. Tipped away. Boy, what a game Austin is having. Shot did not release in time. But a one-time Warrior 10-point lead has been whittled all the way down to 1. 8 minutes to go in the C1 championship game.
At U.S. Bank, we support athletics, the arts, and anyone with a dream. Support that's not just about money. It's about investing our time and our care to make the most of the places we call home. That's the power of U.S. Bank. All of us serving you.
At the Aurora Cooperative, we're continually driven by what's next in agriculture. So we're dedicated to being your first resource for world-class agronomy, grain storage and marketing, high-performance feeds, and energy. Driven by our vision to be financially strong, innovative, independent, locally owned. You're driven by the opportunities that exist. We're driven to help you make the most of them, now and for the next generation. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
It's our first of 6 state championship games today, and we have a good one to start it off in Class C1. 1-point game as we head to the 4th. 40-39, Warriors on top.
Both teams have played extremely hard. Wahoo's using their 1-3-1 to generate some turnovers. Boys Town's using their full court and half court man-to-man pressure to generate turnovers. Once again, the team that handles the basketball and is going to get the most efficient offensive possessions is probably the team that's going to have a chance to cut down the nets.
Inside the turnaround. Rebound back up by Boys Town. Couldn't get it again. Loose board. And Stewart comes away with it. Well, welcome to the Devaney Sports Center here in Lincoln. I'm Larry Putney along with Andy Markowski and Matt Schiff. Class C1 state championship action. Three on the way, got it. 4 for 5 is Casey Brown from outside the arc. He extends that lead to 4, 43-39.
There was senior Max Cook in the first half with 13 points. Now it's senior Casey Brown in the second half with 4 big threes.
All tipped away, but held in by the Cowboys. Good pass underneath. Put back, up and good by McKeever.
McKeever, Moon, and Carr have really been active on the backboard, and Coach Sheep thought that was the key to the Wahoo winning, is to be able to limit Boys Town a one-shot and done, and they've just been unable to do that again in the second half.
Now a 2-point game at 43-41. Tipped away from Cook. Boys Town with a chance to tie it. The drive, and he's fouled. So that'll put Devon Watts at the line. Foul called on Quinn McGill.
See Boys Town using the dribble drive to get the ball into the paint. Giving a chance for Watts to go to the free throw line.
4 fouls now on Quinn McGill. Watts gets it to go. Watts currently on the all-time top 10 scoring list in Boys Town history. This to tie it. All even at 43 apiece, 6:16 to go in the game. Drive in and the bucket good by Stewart. Brooke Stewart with the shot. Three on the way, off. Rebound by Sheaf. Underneath, rebound, Sheaf back up, got it. Big rebound by Ben Sheaf to extend it to 4. Off the glass and good goes Devon Watts.
A lot of good plays being made. Sheaf did a good job on the backboard. Watts using his aggressive dribble drive, get to the free throw line and pick up a pull-up jump shot there.
Sheaf again drives in. Back-to-back buckets by Ben Sheaf. He was big early in the game, showing up again late. Now warming up is Watts. Watts with another jumper.
Really good stretch of basketball for a minute and a half by both teams. Championship level play, rebounding it, playing hard, making open jump shots. That's what C1 basketball, playing for a state title, means to these kids.
Well, tonight on NET Television, Austin City Limits welcomes musical icon Chris Christopherson with special guest Steve Earle. You don't want to miss Austin City Limits. That's tonight at 11 Central on NET1 and NET HD. There's a look at our governor. Governor Dave Heineman, of course, a native of Wahoo, not wearing blue, very politically savvy.
Always safe with the Husker red.
That's right, wear the Husker red. Let's take a look at Ben Sheaf. He's been dynamite on the glass in these last few possessions.
Really active, understands how to use his body, very strong. You can tell he's played a lot of basketball, catches foul line, makes a little drive, creates contact against the bigger and longer player McKeever, uses the left hand to score. Just a nice little minute-and-a-half run by Ben Sheaf.
He now has 10 points in the game, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, so a double-double. He's now scored 46 points in the state tournament, has Ben Sheaf. So the ball in a 2-point lead. Driving to the basket is Cook. Won't go, tipped around on the ground. And the possession arrow will stay with Wahoo. .440 to go. Sheaf with it again, backing down, loses the ball. Hildreth, great pass by Hildreth, underneath to Austin, all tied at 49. Good pass, Austin to Moon, got it. Shannon Moon with the bucket. First lead for the Cowboys since early in the game.
Boys Town has Wahoo sped up a little bit. Playing at a little faster tempo than what they need to.
Let's take a look at these last two Cowboy possessions. They tied it up.
Hildreth gets a steal, leads out in conversion, does a terrific job setting up teammate David Austin with the layup. Now here's Austin returning the favor to teammate Moon. Really nice penetrating pitch plays for easy baskets.
4 minutes to go, Cowboys up by 2. Last time Cowboys had the lead, it was 4-0 or 4-2. Back in the first period. Brown. They get McGill with the shot.
Wahoo reverses the fortune, uses their offensive rebound to generate a basket.
And Devon Watts has hit his last 3 shots. 16 now for Watts.
We mentioned Hildreth and Watts are both 3-year guys in the Boys Town program, and both have really played like seniors here in the fourth quarter, leading the Cowboys to a 54-51 lead.
Drive by Brown, kick back out to McGill. Not that time, rebound to Hildreth. Cowboys up by 3, 54-51. Largest lead of the game by the Cowboys was 4 when it was 4-0. 3 on the way from Watts is off. And now Cook drives in, and we'll have a pushing call on Boys Town.
Boys Town has done a really good job on Cook, limiting his looks in the second half. Good call by the official there. A little bump got Cook off balance. Neither team is in the bonus yet. Only 14 fouls for Wahoo, 5 fouls for Boys Town with 2:43 to play.
Really like the hustle that David Austin has shown in this game. Nearly forced the steal there.
Intensity in the arena is ratcheted up here.
Yes, it is.
2:40 to play. Both fan bases are behind their teams.
Jump ball goes to Boys Town.
A really tough place to inbounds the basketball right now. And Wahoo got the ball entered into the corner, and Boys Town took advantage of a trap opportunity, forced the turnover.
54-51, 3-point lead. Goes Watts. Watts with 18 now to lead the Cowboys. By the way, here's Abbott. Lays it in. Great drive by Jonathan Abbott. Shot off the back. 3-point game. Taken away by the Cowboys. And a timeout called by Tom Crable. Heads up play by Hildreth.
Yeah, Hildreth saved the possession. I think Coach Crable sensed that they were a little unorganized, and with 1:59 and a 3-point lead, I think he wanted to make sure he could control the possession. Nice timeout. I'm sure he's drawing something up for his senior, Devin Watts, which has had a huge second half.
There you look at the Boys Town Cowboys. Head coach Tom Crable, his assistant Cedric Hunter. Been there for 10 years, former Kansas and Omaha South guard. There's the steal by Watts and the lay-in. Big play to extend that lead. Now Watts again. And underneath, 18 points. He's really turned it on here in the second half of play.
A little highlight clip showed his versatility too. Scores in the paint, scores off the dribble, scores from the 3-point line. That versatility has been a really difficult matchup for Wahoo.
Hildreth regathered. Driving the runner. No good. Rebound Sheath. Looked inside for Sheath. Brown couldn't find him. Now Cook. Max Cook, leading scorer for Wahoo. Now Cook back up top. Mostly guarded by David Austin.
These scenarios you work on all year long as a coach. Time and score, down 3. What are you looking for? Wahoo's doing a really nice job being patient.
And Kevin Sheath will take a timeout with 1:08 to go in the game.
That leaves each team with 1 timeout. Coach Sheath has several options. Ben Sheath has done a really good job scoring in the paint. Casey Brown has been really effective from the three-point line in the second half, and I think you have Max Cook being able to penetrate and maybe create for both players. So look for kind of a multi-play with the ball in Max Cook's hands to drive and maybe create an opportunity for a teammate.
56-53, and what a reminder, if you'd like a DVD of this game or any of our NSAA boys or girls basketball tournament games, you can give us a call at 800-868-1868 and relive this year's exciting tournament action in this C1 state championship game for years to come. NET is Nebraska's home for sports. 56-53, Wahoo called the timeout with possession. Boys Town since the 4:55 mark on an 11-4 run to give them this 3-point advantage.
Great start to the day.
Boy,
right down to the wire. A minute and 8 is eternity in a basketball game. Wahoo's going to have several more possessions. If they don't score on this possession, you're going to have to incorporate maybe a fouling strategy or a pressing strategy that Wahoo hasn't done. They've kind of fell back into their 1-3-1 for the whole game.
6 players on the court there as Tom Crable about ran out onto the floor to pull Kwani Carr off of the floor. Maybe he pulled Moon off.
As I mentioned, both teams with the timeout. Neither team is in the bonus yet.
Inside 1 minute. 3 on the way. A little bit long. The rebound comes down to Marquell Jones, and Jones fouled right away by Wahoo.
A really nice set by Coach Sheath and Wahoo. Got a little pin down screen on the ball side for senior Cook. Unfortunately for Wahoo, just couldn't get it to drop. Now you have to implement, what is your strategy? I would probably try to at least get into the bonus or commit a 6th foul, but you can be really aggressive looking to trap, knowing that you're still not putting them on the free throw line.
Foster now in for Jones, nearly turned over, and a foul called on the floor by Brooke Stewart.
Almost created a steal.
Right.
Nice aggressiveness by the Wahoo full court pressure. Like I said, they're out of the 1-3-1, picking up full court man-to-man.
So on the next Warrior foul, the Cowboys will be in the 1-and-1. There's a look at Kevin Sheath in his 11th year. Hildreth across the timeline, has it taken away. Driving in, lay in, good. What a big second half Abbott has had. Now 1-point game, 35 to go. Taken away again, back-to-back steals, still on the ground. Sheath comes up with it. And a timeout called by Wahoo. Back-to-back steals by the Warriors. 28 seconds and the ball and a chance to take the lead.
A really good strategy by Coach Sheath and Wahoo. They didn't elect the foul. They wanted to get a trap. They got a trap in the corner to generate the first steal. Here it is. Didn't foul. Leads out to the easy basket. And then they pick up again, Wahoo does, and generate another turnover, which gives them the ball. So really nice, aggressive, man-to-man full court defense. There's a trap. It's hard to dribble through a double team. Loose ball situation. Wahoo does a good job getting to it first. Coach Sheath was quick to take that last timeout to diagram what they're going to do with 28 seconds left on the game clock.
The So 28 to go. Boys Town on top by 1 at 56-50.
Wahoo's down 1, so you don't want to be real patient here. If you don't score, you're going to have to foul. So you don't want to hold for the last shot. You want to try to be aggressive, be under control. Once again, the diagram play was for Cook coming out of the last timeout. We'll see where Wahoo goes this time.
Here's Cook. Is off. The rebound comes down to Hildreth, and the foul called on Max Cook. So Cook had a chance at the 3 from the corner. And now with 15 to go, Boys Town goes to the line to shoot 1-and-1, up by 1.
And once again, really good execution by Wahoo. Unfortunately for Cook, just couldn't get the corner through to drop. Over 15.7 seconds, you're going to have another opportunity to have the ball on offense.
And it's the senior Fernando Hildreth at the line. Rebound to Boys Town and a jump ball. So Abbott got his hand on it, and it goes to Wahoo on the alternating possession. So 14 seconds to go. Boys Town up by 1.
You can just feel the pressure and look at the Boys Town's faces and the fans.
See it on the face of Trey Scott on the bench there, and a foul. Foul called on Demarius McKeever.
It's only the 16th foul.
So does not put them in the bonus. Next foul by the Cowboys will put Wahoo in the bonus. 10 to go. Max Cook with it. Down by 1. Cook looking for his shot. Stripped away. And the foul. Steal by Watts. 0.1 second on the clock.
And unfortunately for Wahoo, the season is going to come to an end. 0.1 seconds. You cannot catch and shoot a ball under 0.3. All you can do is tip it. So if you try to make both, because you know that scenario you can't lose, but if you miss one, it's over. You've just got to kind of bat it down on the other end, and Boys Town's going to be the C1 champion. But they are looking at the clock to see if 0.1 is the accurate time to be remaining in the game.
They will talk it over at the scorer's table.
And some coaches might elect just to miss the first one, knowing that you couldn't take it out and throw it down to the other end so you can force it in the time. It's a strategy that if you haven't practiced, it's hard to, because the last thing you want to do is have them throw an air ball where now they can take it out of bounds. So if you've practiced a scenario to miss on purpose, you may implement it. If not, you just let your kid step to the foul line confidently and see if you can make both, where worst case scenario is you go overtime with a freakish long lob and a tip up into the basket.
So timeout called by Tom Crable to implement his strategy with 0.1 left. Cowboys up by 1, and as you said, best play here is just to miss the free throw and the game would be over.
But you feel bad for Wahoo. Played really well. We got off to a great start, pretty much controlled the first half. Credit Boys Town for just kind of stick-to-itiveness. Neither team played excellent, but both teams played really hard. And it just came down to Boys Town making a couple more plays than what Wahoo was able to make late in the basketball game.
So 0.1 left now. Watts at the line. The rest of the Cowboys at the other end of the floor to avoid the potential foul. Watts got it.
And Coach Crable's telling Watts well, he said miss it, then he said make it. So hopefully we'll see what strategy. As much time as he's taking, I think he's going to try to make it.
They got him. So Watts got them both. So with .1 left, a tip-in's all you can get, and that'll do it. The Boys Town Cowboys win their first state championship since 2006. They knock off the Warriors of Wahoo 58-55.
Congratulations to Boys Town. Just hard fought, a lot of energy. Both teams played very hard on the defensive end, and Boys Town just manufactured 3 more points than Wahoo to lead them in the state title.
So we'll come back with trophy presentation, and they'll hand out the medals as well to our champions and runners-up. 58-55, Boys Town the winner.
What inspired me to pursue a career in technology was the fact that I have kids. We need the internet. They wouldn't be able to do any of their research without it. It's really important for our children to think science and technology is important. I believe that all kids should look towards technology because that's where the world is going. Get involved in all of the science activities because all of that experience can lead you a long way.
To find out what you can do to inspire a young person, visit connectamillionminds.com.
A flame burns brightly in these young Nebraskans. It's the energy of enterprise and entrepreneurship. One Oak Energy Marketing, the company you've trusted for years for reliable natural gas, is now a part of Constellation Energy. While our name has changed, our commitment to young Nebraskans remains strong. So we will continue to support 4-H and FFA in the counties we serve, because we want to keep their flame burning always. Constellation Energy.
NET Sports coverage of the 2012 NSAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, encouraging the use of renewable biodiesel fuels for a healthier environment. For information, nebraskasoybeans.org. By the Aurora Cooperative, innovative, financially strong, committed to the communities we serve. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities. And by Time Warner Cable, inspiring young people to build the skills they need in science, technology, engineering, and math to become the problem solvers of tomorrow. Well, the nets are being cut down here at the Bob Devaney Sports Center. Boys Town takes the Class C1 championship over Wahoo. And now for the medal and trophy presentations, we go to our public address announcer, Doc Weiniger.
The Nebraska School Activities Association is delighted to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. Presentations will be made by NSAA Board of Directors, Dr. Bob Resnicek from Boys Town, Dr. Jerry Bartee from Omaha Public Schools, and U.S. Bank representative Melissa Yancey. Here are the awards for Class C1 runner-up Wahoo High School. Will head coach Kevin Sheaf and your assistants please step toward the middle of the court to present the silver medals to each team member. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 5, Tyler Caban. Number 11, Preston Raymond. Number 21, Gavin Iverson. Number 24, Joshua Langemeyer. Number 25, Quinn McGill. Number 30, Jake Wilson. Number 31, Jacob Molee. Number 33, Jacob Shee. Number 34, Mitch Shukes. Number 3, Ben Shee. Number 4, Brooke Stewart. Number 15, Casey Brown. Number 23, Jonathan Abbott. Number 42, Max Cook. And now, all of you are welcome to receive the runner-up trophy for your school. Congratulations, Wahoo High School. And now, to the champions from Boys Town High School. First, head coach Tom Crable, we have a special award for you. And now, coach, hand out the gold medals to your championship team members. Number 12, Jared Foster. Number 20, Trey Scott. Number 22, Dre Smith. Number 24, David Austin. Number 30, Devin Thompson. Number 34, Charlie Edwards. Number 42, Kwani Carr. Number 50, Chris McDougall. Number 10, Fernando Hildreth. Number 14, Devin Wise. Number 32, Marquel Jones. Number 40, Shannon Moore. Number 44, Damaris McKeever. And now, for these outstanding athletes in their school, here is the 2012 Class C1 NSAA Basketball Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Boys Town High School.
So Boys Town wins the Class C1 state championship, knocking off Wahoo 58-55. They close out the season 27-1, set a new school record for wins, a school record for total of points, and take home a state championship in 2012. Matt Schick is with Kevin Sheaf, the head coach of the Wahoo Warriors.
Thank you, Larry. You guys led throughout most of this game. What changed in that second half?
You know, I think Boys Town turned up their pressure a little bit, and some of our baskets that we had better looks at the first half. We just didn't get the second. Give Boys Town all the credit. You know, they made one more play than we did, and they're a tremendous team. But can't tell you how incredibly proud I am of my kids, how hard they competed, what a great bunch they are, and I love these guys.
It was a very well-played game, and looking at your guys on the sideline, there's a lot of emotion there at the end of that game, but there's no doubt they left that all out there today.
You know, they've done it every time we've stepped on the floor. These guys compete. That's all they know. You know, I've had the easiest job in the state this year because these kids have just worked so hard. They've competed, done everything we asked, and they're awesome kids. And I'm disappointed for them. I wanted them to, you know, we needed 2 more points there, but still very proud of them.
What was the play there at the end? I know a tough break for Max there at the end with the ball and the turnover, but what was the draw up?
It was just kind of a clear out, a 1-4 clear out, just try and get him as deep as he can, look for a shot, and if help came, he was going to, you know, look to kick, but we want the ball in his hands. We want him making plays, and, you know, I think Boys Town, part of that was just their quick hands that got in and got a hand on it, knocked it away, and, they made the play.
And you got a good group coming back. Congratulations to you on a great year.
Thank you very much.
All right, Larry?
All right, thanks very much, Matt. We'll be back here at the Cincinnati Sports Center. We'll hear from the champs when we come back.
95% of American corn farms are family-owned.
Farmers grow 70% more corn per ounce of fertilizer than just 35 years ago.
The energy to grow a bushel of corn has dropped by 37% over the past 30 years.
Farmers have cut soil erosion by 44% through new tillage methods.
This is sustaining innovation, and it's how Nebraska corn farmers are growing more with less. On the web at nebraskacorn.org.
You know, many years ago, when I was about 8 years old, I got the opportunity to watch a box turtle behind my house lay her eggs. And watching that turtle go through all that effort, it just piqued my curiosity, and I wanted to learn more and read more. My entire job is science. I want children to get connected with science and utilize the technology and the engineering abilities, because each one of us has the ability to change the world.
To find out what you can do to inspire a young person, visit connectamillionminds.com.
America's export of soybeans helps the U.S. maintain a positive agricultural trade balance. Nebraska contributes half of its soybeans for export. The protein and oil content in soybeans enhance the growing demand for higher protein diets. The Nebraska Soybean Board promotes research to develop new soybean varieties with higher protein and oil content for major agricultural markets. The Nebraska Soybean Checkoff, growing opportunity from the ground up.
NET Sports coverage of the 2012 NSAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you in part by the Nebraska Public Power District, applauding the dedication, teamwork, and sportsmanship of Nebraska's high school athletes. By Constellation Energy, formerly known as One Oak Energy Marketing Company, a participant in the Choice Gas program and a proud sponsor of Nebraska 4-H and FFA. And by the Education Quest Foundation, improving access to college through scholarships, grants, and college planning services.
Boys Town, your Class C1 state champs, 58-55 over Wahoo. Here with winning coach who, you walk in here and your first statement to me is, how many turnovers did we have? Can you celebrate this for half a second?
Yeah, I will. The kids know me. They know I'm gonna. It's hard to shut it off. But what a great job! My kids persevered, and they did everything that I think Boys Town's about. They kept driving, they kept pushing, they kept just working through the bad stuff and trying to get to the good stuff and make some plays. And I think at the end of the day, we made a few more plays in Wahoo in the second half, and what a great team Wahoo is, and well coached, and Coach Schief did a great job in 24 hours of preparation, so it's amazing.
Tom, this game could have easily gotten away from you guys in that first half. You kept it close, which was obviously key. What was the message at halftime to this group?
Keep pushing. We adjusted some stuff offensively to kind of stay out of some of their traps, and then we thought maybe we'd go to our zone defensively, and then they hit 2 or 3 in the corner, and that got us back to the man. But oddly enough, when we went back to man, we had a little bounce in our step. We got into a few more traps. Our hands were more active. We rotated behind those traps a lot better, and we just kind of sped the game up. So don't ask me why. It's one of those things that happened.
And your full court man, then zone press really seemed to confuse them a little bit and seems to get your guys fired up on the offensive end too.
Yeah, it does. I've got great assistants. I don't know that anybody has any better. And they're telling me go and end of the first half there, go to our 22 press was our zone press. And I thought that slowed their momentum enough to kind of let us get our feet under us. We hit some shots. Instead of going down 12, we go down 6, 7, something like that, 4, I think. And so that was a great call on their part. And then we come back in, our full court press is kind of took over like it has all season. We kind of became who we have been all year in the fourth quarter.
You won this about 6 years ago or so. It's a 7th state title for this school.
Yeah.
School record for wins this year as well. Just a lot of people don't know everything there is to know about Boys Town. What does this mean to Boys Town?
Well, first message to the kids is let's represent our tradition. Let's represent our staff and our faculty and all the people that are Boys Town and all the alumni that are out there. And it's a big deal. I said this earlier this year, our kids don't necessarily play select basketball. They're not privileged kids. They're not entitled kids. These kids have come from tough backgrounds. And it's real special to see the character out on the court, the fourth quarter. And I didn't have anything to say in the huddle other than just sit back and watch them and enjoy what I was seeing out there. And that was a great deal.
Father Peter addressed the team before the game. His message was, we may be all from all the parts of the country.
Right.
We may not all be happy,
Right.
but we're all together.
Right. I think one of the first meetings we had, we said, who knows why God brought us here? We're all over the country. Omaha, Nebraska is kind of a unique place to end up for some of these kids. So I don't know why we were here, but we said, we're here, let's do something special. And I think they bought into that. I think they bought into, hey, we can do this. Look around this room, there's talent. If we don't have any off-court problems, if we stick together, if we don't get caught up in all the things you can get caught up in when you're having success and stay focused, we can do some special things. And, that's to their credit. That's nothing I did. I didn't babysit them 24 hours a day. I mean, they got to make some decisions as young adults, and they made them. And the same team that we started with, we finished with. And that's the guys that were playing in the fourth quarter were the guys that were playing in the first quarter of the first game. So I'm proud of that. More than anything else, I'm proud of that.
You did great work. Congratulations to you from a lot of people.
All right, thank you.
We'll be back with some of the players from Boys Town. Boys behind the head coach. Next, Boys Town, your champs.
At the Aurora Cooperative, we're continually driven by what's next in agriculture. So we're dedicated to being your first resource for world-class agronomy, grain storage and marketing, high-performance feeds, and energy. Driven by our vision to be financially strong, innovative, independent, locally owned. You're driven by the opportunities that exist. We're driven to help you make the most of them, now and for the next generation. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
What inspired me to pursue a career in technology was the fact that I have kids. We need the internet. They wouldn't be able to do any of their research without it. It's really important for our children to think science and technology is important. I believe that all kids should look towards technology because that's where the world is going. Get involved in all of the science activities because all of that experience can lead you a long way.
To find out what you can do to inspire a young person, visit connectamillionminds.com.
A flame burns brightly in these young Nebraskans. It's the energy of enterprise and entrepreneurship. One Oak Energy Marketing, the company you've trusted for years for reliable natural gas, is now a part of Constellation Energy. While our name has changed, our commitment to young Nebraskans remains strong. So we will continue to support 4-H and FFA in the counties we serve, because we want to keep their flame burning always. Constellation Energy.
Power Drive electric car program gives high school students a hands-on way to apply studies, learn about electricity and energy efficiency, and develop skills that will benefit them throughout their lives. Nebraska Public Power District encourages students and teachers to get involved. Schools have the power to make it happen. For information on Power Drive, visit oppd.com or nppd.com.
Boys Town Cowboys, your Class C1 state champs, 58-55 over Wahoo. Here with a few of the players. Fernando Hildreth, big game for you. We heard the head coach get a little emotional here, and you were watching. What are you thinking as you're watching him talk about you guys?
I felt like I was going to start getting emotional again, too. I cried out on the court and was about to cry again. Just watching him is kind of sad to see a grown man cry, so I don't know, it's exciting.
And it is exciting. Crying for a good reason. You guys come away with the win, watching some highlights here. Was there a point during this game that you doubted the outcome?
No, we just had to fight. I mean, I told my teammates, they told me that Nelly got to make a play. I said, all right, I'll make a play. My brother said, you got to make a play, so I got to make a play. It was nothing really to it.
And you guys did it. 9 points for you, 4 of 6 from the floor. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, hand off the trophy. Devin Watts.
A couple of big, large second-half buckets. When did this game turn, do you think? At halftime, you guys are just down a handful of points. You guys could have been out of it by that point, but you clawed back. What was the difference in the second half?
In the locker room, my coach told us, he really put it on our seniors and some of the people stepping up, this underclassmen. He told us find a way and make a way to pull this victory out, not only for us, but for our community, Boys Town.
And you had team high 20 points here, looking at some highlights from you, good from outside, doing a little dribble drive as well. What was working for you out there?
I don't know.
You like watching yourself?
Because in the first half, I really made a lot of mistakes, but I tried to find my rhythm, not taking too many contested shots, just find the open shots, see what's best for me, and luckily they fell.
And they fell at the free throw line too, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Couple more handoffs. David Austin. 6 points for you. You're watching this game unfold out there on the court. A lot of ebbs and flows. How physical, how tough a game was this? Wahoo gave you everything they had.
Yeah, it was pretty tough. They came out with a couple of screens, but I knew Coach, he told me to stay on 42, so I had to do what I had to do as to making sure he wouldn't score again. I tried my best and got us a win.
Your coach was watching some of the huddles out there, and he was just trying to stress how much fun this was and really giving you guys confidence. What does he mean to you guys, and how does he help you play better on the floor?
He means a lot. He tells us what to do on the court as well. When he yells at me, I feel like I need to play better, which I try and do like I did out there. I put more pressure on him as he put more pressure on me.
I don't think he'll be yelling at you tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's very good. And one more handoff. Shannon Moon, the bucket to put Boys Town up 51-49. That was the first lead. Take one more step in for me. That was your first lead of the fourth quarter, and you got it. I know you picked up a few fouls there early on. You're a little frustrated, but how nice is this to be standing here with the trophy?
It feels real good because it all paid off in the end. One team, one goal. That's what we was going through the whole season, and we got the one goal, and we finished as a team, so I'm very happy.
In that second half, there was a lot of, as we're watching the action here, how physical was that inside? You guys really controlled that glass.
We had to be a man down low. Coach said just keep on working at it and stuff gonna go our way, and it did.
And it did. And as a senior, what does this mean to you?
It means a lot. It means like everything paid off, and that was my last 4 quarters of basketball probably, unless I go to college.
And it was great to watch you out there. Congratulations to you and Boys Town, your state champs. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good. Boys Town with the championship. Your final score, 58-55. Boys Town over Wahoo in Class C1. Larry and Andy are back after this.
Driving isn't worth your full attention.
What is?
A safety reminder from your Nebraska Department of Roads.
95% of American corn farms are family-owned.
Farmers grow 70% more corn per ounce of fertilizer than just 35 years ago.
The energy to grow a bushel of corn has dropped by 37% over the past 30 years.
Farmers have cut soil erosion by 44% through new tillage methods.
This is sustaining innovation, and it's how Nebraska corn farmers are growing more with less. On the web at nebraskacorn.org.
NET Sports coverage of the 2012 NSAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you in part by Time Warner Cable, inspiring young people to build the skills they need in science, technology, engineering, and math to become the problem solvers of tomorrow. By U.S. Bank, committed to customer service through performance, products, and people. U.S. Bank, proud sponsor of Nebraska High School basketball on NET, member FDIC. And by the Nebraska Corn Board and Nebraska's corn farmers. Growing more with less through sustaining innovation at nebraskacorn.org. And welcome back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center along with Andy Markowski, Matt Schick. I'm Larry Putney. Boys Town wins the C1 title 58-55. Very special to hear the words of Tom Crable talk about his team and what this means to that school and those kids who, you know, are at-risk youth in Omaha, come together from all over the country, come down here to Devaney and win a state championship. That's certainly a special moment.
Oh, absolutely, and you got to credit Coach Crable. It's not an easy job. Your roster constantly is in flux. For him to be able to stabilize that, get a group playing as well as he had Boys Town playing this season, it's a credit to him and his staff and the kids. Terrific finish to a terrific season.
Let's talk about the game then. If you take a look at the run, it was really with 6 minutes left until through that third period into the early fourth when Boys Town went on a 15-4 run and really turned the game around.
Yeah, their defensive pressure really got to Wahoo late in that game. Neither team shot it real well from the floor, 35% and 40% respectively. Wahoo opened that game up at the start of the third quarter with the three-point line, 6 of 15 for the game. But the turnovers, there was 45 turnovers. One team had 16 steals, the other team had 17 steals, but it was Boys Town with that extra steal that preserved that 1 point lead with the late play where they deflected it away from Cook. So very good energy, very good effort, and Boys Town just kind of outlasted Wahoo in a hard-fought game.
And Kevin Sheaf has his team down here for, you know, in the championship game for the first time since '98, his 11th year at the program. They had chances at the end, just, you know, at the end didn't make the plays.
All you can ask for is a chance late in games as a coach and as a player. You know, Wahoo certainly played well enough to win the game. Had some looks late, but you have to credit Boys Town. You know, they increased their defensive pressure. They were really active on the backboard. I think that the real difference of the game wasn't the steals or the turnovers, as the stat sheet shows equal. Boys Town out-rebounded Wahoo 44-33, and I know Coach Sheaf mentioned that at halftime. For them to win, they had to do a better job on the backboard. 17 offensive rebounds for Boys Town, and that equated to about 20 points. And you just can't give up that much on the backboard, high percentage shots in the lane, and that was ultimately the difference in the game.
So one more overview of Boys Town, and we talked with Coach Crable before the game, and the one thing he said was the most difficult obstacle they had this year was overcoming the expectations, being the #1 team, and taking a group of at-risk youths who are not used to being in that situation and teaching them how to succeed when you're #1. They did a terrific job of that here tonight.
And that's stuff those kids can take for a lifetime. You know, how to come together, how to work as teammates, how to have a common goal, handle pressure associated with that goal, and then to be able to handle that adversity over a three-day stretch and cut down the nets. And it's an experience those kids won't forget about, and that opportunity of learning those processes is going to carry them through a lifetime.
Well, the fans are starting to make their way into the arena for the second game of the day, the Class D1 State Championship. O'Neill St. Mary's. The Cardinals will take on the Indians of Pawnee City. That's coming up next on NET. But the Class C1 State Championship in the books. The Boys Town Cowboys knock off the Wahoo Warriors and take home the C1 title. We'll be back at Devaney in just a moment.